Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tanya Sidegigcrafts, and it is Watercolor Wednesday. As I'm filming this, it is actually Tuesday, Tumblr Tuesday, but you know, I gotta get ahead of the game. So I'm gonna have some sarsaparilla, my Sioux City sarsaparilla. I highly recommend it if you can find it. And I've got some fall crafting to do. I've got out my trusty, sadly dusty watercolor palette. This is my favorite one. These are Muñoz watercolors. And please forgive the lighting in here, you guys. I'll do my best. I'm actually maybe trying to keep my colors in here so you can kind of see. But yeah, the sun's different today. I'm not used to being home during the daytime. So I have got some strips of paper here. Now, what I'm gonna do, I have this, I need to make some pumpkins for a card. So I have two different ways I want to try it. I want to try, first of all, to watercolor some paper kind of abstract and cut them out that way. And then I want to cut some out and then paint them after the fact. So we'll do 2 and 2. And this one's too thin, I think. We'll do two each way. Let's start with the abstract, okay? So we'll paint these and then we'll cut them out after the fact. And y'all. I haven't used, oh my goodness, I haven't used my brushes for so long. They're kind of like, they look like sad little Michael's junk brushes, but they're not. They're actually really good brushes, but it's been so long. I think I might need my water right here so I don't make a mess. Now, let me double check my camera. Kind of moved things around, you guys. I realized how shaky my videos were, and I really truly apologize and am grateful for those of you who've been watching me anyway. My table, I'm working on whatchamacallit, a fold-up table in here in my office because my desk is just too big to move and by myself. So I'm kind of, I don't want to say making do because I'm happy with it. It actually makes me be a little more creative with my space, but I didn't realize just how shaky it was. So I truly, sincerely apologize for that. I have now connected with my camera to something more sturdy, so I shouldn't be having so many issues with that. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of, you know, getting my paper wet and adding color to it, and there's really no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of an abstract. I should have used probably a bigger brush to do this part, but here we are. I say that a lot, don't I? It's like, whatever. But here we are. I haven't been watercoloring as much as I'd love to. And I thought, you know, I need to do Watercolor Wednesday, even though I said I was going to. I've been horrible about it. If you guys would like to do Watercolor Wednesday with me, I would love it. We'll just call it an open collab. Get out your watercolors, have some fun. This is an easy project. Just slather some oranges in there, some yellow, some fall colors that you love. And we're gonna see how it turns out. So once you get these in here, you can even tip your paper. Oops, I can see some dry spots on there. Tip your paper, let those colors run together. You can see them kind of sliding on the paper. I'm gonna get out some darker color. Add a little more red to some of this. Well, you'll see the colors just blend and melt together, kind of like, you know, nature and stuff. So this is just Canson watercolor paper, I believe. These were scraps that were on the sideline, so I'm assuming they're Canson because I don't think I would have done that to my more expensive papers. You don't have to use expensive paper for this. Heck no. This is just play. Look at all those colors. Now, we don't want it all to go to one end, so if you're curling and doing like this, then, you know, pick it up, make it go the other way. Just kind of put some stripes in there. These colors are all going to, we don't know where our die cut is actually going to cut. So just kind of putting these colors all around is kind of fun. So you just kind of want to, we can always add some more color once they're cut. If we don't like the way it's going, we can do that. So we'll just kind of add some different variations in here. Look at that color. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty. I actually want to add some browns in here too. I've gone heavy on the oranges. I want to add some brown. And I actually would like to add some green. I know that sounds kind of crazy. Let me go ahead and, oh, I don't want to dab that off. It's all going to come off if I do. I'm going to add some, I love this greenish yellow color, especially when it's mixed into oranges. Watch this. Look at that. Doesn't that kind of scream fall to you? Look at that color added in there. Just use some of your fall color favorites, you know? And if you don't have a palette as big as mine, who cares? Use what you got. You're gonna come up, you can mix colors, you can use what's in your palette, whatever you wanna do. There's no rules here. This is just abstract having fun. Getting everything all wet and messy. So much fun. Just adding lots of pigment because we don't know what we're gonna get out of it. And that is the cool part. All right, so now we've got some green in there. I also want to add some brown. I need to probably get my colors not quite so juicy. See where my browns are. I haven't used this in so long. This is my favorite brown right here. I can tell because it's got a big old hole in the middle of it, which means I've used it a lot. So we're gonna just kind of, I do want to get my brush a little wetter so that this will slip and slide. Okay, I just want to kind of blend in some of that color in there. Let it do its thing. Again, no rules, just kind of add it in there. If you don't like how it goes, just help it spread. You know, I might change my mind about the rules or how we're doing it after we cut this out and see what we get, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna be like, that's awesome. What does Tim Holtz say? You get what you get, you don't throw a fit. I'm sure lots of people say that, but I've never heard that till I heard him say it, honestly. Look, some of that watercolor is drying right now, and that's great. It doesn't matter if you go all the way to the edges or not. Your die cut's not going to. So it'll be fine. Now, we're going to go ahead and let this dry a little bit. I'm going to put my palette away. I probably should not have closed that, but I'm going to move these aside because we're going to go ahead and get out, hope I don't dump this water on myself, get out the Sidekick, and we're going to cut some of these little guys out. Okay. And I've got my strips cut to 2.5 inches, which fits on this plate. You guys, that sarsaparilla is so good. I forgot I had it in my refrigerator. Oh, this isn't gonna fit. Okay, so what I'm looking at is lengthwise, this die is not gonna fit, but that's okay because I really want this one and this one the most, and the leaves, and those will fit at least up to that part. So I'll just go as far as I can with it, and we'll take the pumpkins we get. And I hope that's all the way on there. Otherwise, I have to think of something else, another way. I mean, I've got my other die cut machine, but it's on the other table, of course. So yes, we've got 2 pumpkins and we've got some leaves out of that. Okay, we've got part of one there, but we're not going to worry about that. But you know what we could do is go ahead and cut it this way because I do want more leaves and vines. So let's do it this way so we can get a little bit more of those things. We'll just go this way. Oops, well, maybe if we don't knock it out of our hands, we can get it right. Again, I apologize for the glare of the sunshine. My goodness. Didn't realize so much sun came through this window during the day. That is one difference between this craft room and the other one. My tree blocked more of the sunshine. Not that I'm complaining. See, I can't even see out the window. I sit lower than the windowsill. If I ever was to recreate this room or build a desk or something a little more permanent in here, I would probably build it so I would sit higher and be able to see out the window while I'm working, but I don't know that that's going to happen, so I'll get what I get and not throw a fit. All right, let's get these little curly cues out of here because I would love to put some of those. I am making a card for someone, and I just want to make sure that I've got plenty of elements to work with. That is my whole idea here. We're going to go ahead and cut these. Ooh, look, I've got a piece of one and it cuts off there, but I don't care because I can tuck that behind something and use it anyway. And I'll skip that one. So we'll just call that done. And let's go ahead and cut one more. So we were going to do 2 of each. And while that other one's drying, I might as well cut some more. That other paper is nearly dry. So let's cut this one. Come on. One of the things I find is that if you kind of have to start this out a little bit further back than you would think. Get that plate hanging over just a little to catch, and then it goes just fine. If you try to line those plates up, it doesn't work real well. There we go. Go all the way through. Go ahead and get this curly cue out the first time this time. Oh, I see what happened there. So we're going to go ahead and cut that one because it didn't fully cut, but we can use it. And then we'll go this way and we'll get the other end of this die. So a little more elements. Whole die just sitting on the floor. All right. Poke those out. So yeah, have you guys started your, okay, so this is not necessarily a Halloween card, but have you guys started your general fall cards and decorating and crafts yet? I know there's so many people that carry over Halloween so far into the months, but I think I'm just about done with Halloween. I think I'm sending out my last Halloween project hopefully today. I just found a little something, a little Halloween decoration that fell also. Oh, I'm trying to get this die off the floor because I'm going to need it in a minute. All right, there we go. And almost knocked over my water in the meantime. Awesome. Okay, so these done yet? I don't want to cut them while they're still damp. Look how beautiful that is. The colors have just really mixed and just, they're gorgeous. So they're still kind of damp. So I'm going to go ahead and paint on these in the meantime, while those are still drying. It'll buy us some time. And here we go. Okay, so so fun, you guys. I love pumpkins. I'm gonna use this big old brush and I'm just gonna get it wet. Sorry about the sun. Let's put it in the sunshine, right? There's some green on there and I'm not mad about that. Some green water. Let's put some orange. I love watching how the colors just bleed into the design. It's so pretty. Trying to hold this down carefully so I don't make a mark on it. Just add some other oranges in there. We can add that yellow in. Look at that. Okay, I don't want to blend all the colors too much. I kind of want them to do their own. I do want to put some of that green in, Part of the reason I like the green in there too is because it will actually lend itself, shoot, I made it too wet. It'll lend itself to bringing the color of the leaves into the design as well. And I should have probably held that one flat while I did that, but there we go. What do I say? Here we are. Okay, so we'll let that one be for a minute. I do want to put some darker red in there. Maybe just around the edges a little. See how it just takes off towards the middle? There's lines on this die, so I'm kind of trying to get them near that just to add a little detail. And this is pooling down here, so I'm going to pick some of that up. I don't mind the darker color pooling down there because that's where it would be naturally, but I don't want it to be too crazy. All right, I don't want to fuss too much or it's going to look kind of wonky. Let's do it again. Let's go in with some lighter color to begin with. I'm going to do this one a little different. I'm going to just wet it with the paint instead of wetting the whole thing first and see what different results we get. And then let's go in with a little bit of the dark. I think this one's going to be a little bit more brilliant pumpkin. I like the way these colors are working. It's been so long since I've watercolored, you guys. It's just, you know, it takes practice if you want to excel at something, and it's been a really long time. So I don't excel at this at all, but I love to play with it. So we're going to still drop some of that green in there just a bit. And see how that works out. I had so much fun painting watercolor pumpkins last year. All right, let's do this little guy. What color should he be? I feel like he can be a little different. Let's make him a little more, I don't know, squashy. He's a little more squashy in stature, isn't he? Put some orange in there. Still using the same colors, aren't I? Let's put some brown in it. Just a little. How's that? I think I'm going to go with a darker green on this one. If I can get it to come up. Let's see here. Oh, I like that one. I'm going to get that one back in this one. Probably even this one too. I like it better than the others. That's beautiful. All right, so I want to put some green on some leaves. We know that leaves aren't just green during the fall, are they? So we're going to add some color to that too. So let's add some brown. I want that to go ahead and get on the edges and kind of soak into the green. Kind of do some mixing and melting and we'll even add a little orange to that, just a bit, because it's fall. There, I don't know. Oops, didn't mean to stack them, but I did try to get them out of the way so I could wipe up that mess. Let's get some of that dark green back up in here and see about just making this vine that color. So we'll see how my my watercolor technique works. The tried version where I tried to make them pretty, or the abstract version where we get what we get. Be interesting to see. Let's put a couple of just a little more just green leaves, because I think we can probably mix and match. I'm not loving my variegation there. Actually, let's try it this way. We'll put a little bit of the lighter green in the middle, and I just made that way too thick. Should have been a little more watery. Let's just do it and just cover it mostly. And then what I'm going to do, go in with the darker and just go around the edges. Let's just try to keep it to the green. See what happens. Okay, I'm not even going to try to get crazy with that one. Let's just leave it and see. How about let's do that again. I do feel like it needs a little brown though. I really do. Let's put it at the edge. Let's put it at this one too. Just a little. I think that'll add a nice touch, hopefully, because I'm not really liking those. Okay. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. And I think okay. So let's, this could be a disaster, you guys. I don't even know. I don't even know what to think. I'm not loving it. I really need some more practice. I really do. Okay, so let's go ahead and move my water and have another drink of my sarsaparilla. Which, if you don't know, it is soda. It's not alcohol. I wouldn't do that. The granddaddy of all root beers, it says. It's really good. It's really, really good. Okay. Sarsaparilla. Well, let's see what we get. I won't throw a fit. I have a feeling I'm gonna like these a little better. What do you think? like those better or those better? Oops, I got that on my face, stuck on my finger. I think that's fun. Let's try again on the other side. We'll do just like we did on the other one. We'll get the other pumpkin. Actually, I don't know if I need more vines. I think I'm just gonna keep going with those, that direction. Because I can always draw vines too. I'll still get some leaves out of it, so that'll be good. But I like those pumpkins better. Come on now. Yeah, I like these better. I really do. It's kind of random. It doesn't look like I tried too hard, you know? Which is kind of nice. Just let it happen. All right, so that one's that one. Let's do this again. We'll get a couple more. Just 2 more times. We'll have some more pumpkins. Oops. Shifting. What is happening? I told you guys the best way to line this up, and yet I'm still refusing to do it correctly. See how easy that is when you do it right? Just, you don't have to force it, don't have to push it, doesn't push your mat. But I think I missed a pumpkin. I put it in there too far. Yeah, see, I didn't cut that one. But that's okay because I can use my scissors. And I can make it happen. I'm just gonna cut it out. There, now we have it. And one more time. That one should be fine. That out of the way. And we'll steal that little vine too. Okay, so that's that. We're done with that for now. Yeah, so which ones do you guys like? Let me know in the comments. I like aspects of both. I like the, I don't know, but I think I'm loving the abstract better, the random color. I think that I could still go in and add like some green to the top with some watercolor, and I do intend to do that. But I think I like I like this version best. Let's get some of that green in there. We go. Doesn't make a huge difference, but I think in the grand scheme of things, I think it does. Oops, I put too much there. If I can kind of blend it in. There we go. I like them all. Guys, I like them all. I do. I can always go back and add in some color. I like the, you know, a little more detail. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. My water's in the wrong spot. It's on the wrong side of the table. I've never had it on my left side. That's funny. So just kind of go in here and add a few shades. And I think this is my preferred one. I guess it would all depend if you're more of a, if you like the abstract or mixed media or, you know, the imperfect. You might like the one better, but I can also see if you like something that's a little more planned and intentional, I guess is the word I'm looking for. You might like the other one better. Even though they don't look very intentional to me. They look messy. And it's probably because I had too much water on my brush. I think that's what that meant when the blooms are there. But it's kind of fun. You know, I could always go in here. In fact, I will. I'll go in here and add a little more color. I'm thinking it's missing some of the brown maybe. Oops, that one's abstract. This one, I kind of like this one though. Not pretty. But I think it needs some detail is what's throwing me. And I have a little bit of this brown over here. I don't want a lot. I just want it to be at like a hint of the brown in there. See, I like that already way better. Just with that little bit of detail, I think I like it better already. So sometimes, you know, just play with it. It's just paper. You know, it's not a... If I mess it up, I'm not, you know, losing much. And little time. Little dignity since we've, you know, recorded it. Yeah, I don't like that one. I wonder if you guys can hear that. There's some construction going on in my neighborhood right now. I don't know what it is. If there's saw, I don't know what it is. I've been listening to it all morning. It doesn't bother me any, but yeah, I'm curious what they're doing. All right, so there's my pumpkins for the day. I mean, super simple project. Hey, I got my watercolors out. I practiced. I could use these and draw jack-o'-lantern faces on them, make them into Halloween. I could put them on a pumpkin patch card. I could use them for all kinds of things. So there it is. That was the fun little project. I hope you guys like it. I'll probably make, you know, I'll mix and match because they're all so different, and you know what, why not put a layers on them. I was thinking about putting them on this Halloween card, but now that I'm looking at it, they're way too big. Even the small ones I think are way too big. It would have been cute though if they were the right size. I could use these and stack them. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think of something else for that card. But I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you'll get out your watercolors and try it too. Watercolor Wednesdays. Join me in this little open collab that I'm trying to get started. I think this is going to be a fun project, and I hope you'll give it a shot. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being kind about my not so perfect pumpkins. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.